Now, this is the account of the journey to the moon by Enki and Marduk, and how Enki the three ways of heaven and the constellations determined. Let a place of the chariots near Bad Tibira, the metal city, be established. Therefore, let the gold from the earth to Nibiru in the chariots directly be carried. So Ninurta of Bad Tibira, the commander, to them words was saying. Enlil to the words of Ninurta his son gave heed. Of his son's wisdom he was proud. To Anu the king, Enlil the plan quickly conveyed. To him words he was saying. Let a place of the celestial chariots in the Edin be established. Near the place where the gold ores are smelted and refined, let it be built. Let the pure gold in the chariots directly from earth to Nibiru be carried. Directly to earth from Nibiru, let heroes and supplies be coming. Of great merit is the plan of my brother, Enki to their father Anu was saying. A great disadvantage in its core it is holding. The net pull of earth is than Lamu's much greater. To overcome it our powers shall be exhausted. Before there is rush to deciding, let us an alternative examine. Nearby the earth a companion it has, the moon it is. Smaller the net pull, ascent and descent thereon little effort will require. Let us it as a way station consider. Let me and Marduk thereto journey. The two plans Anu the king before the counselors and savants for considering presented. Let the moon first be examined. The king they did advise. Let the moon be first examined. Anu to Enki and Enlil the decision beamed. Enki was greatly joyed. The moon to him was always alluring. Whether somewhere waters it is hiding, what atmosphere it possesses, he did always wonder. In sleepless nights its silvery cool disk with bewitchment he observed. Its waxing and waning, a game with the sun played, a wonder of wonders he deemed. What secrets from the beginning it held he wished to uncover. In a rocket ship did Enki and Marduk to the moon journey. Thrice they the earth's companion encircled. The deep wound by the dragon caused they observed. By many hollows the handiwork of smashing demons was the moon's face marked. In the place of rolling hills they set the rocket ship down. In its midst they landed. From the place the earth they could observe, and the expanse of the heavens. Eagles' helmets they had to don. The atmosphere was for breathing insufficient. With ease they walked about. In this and that direction they went. The evil dragon's handiwork was dryness and desolation. Unlike Lamu, it is, for a way station, it is unsuitable to his father, Marduk was saying. Let us abandon this place. Let us to earth return. Do not be hasty, my son, so was Enki to Marduk saying. Are you not by the celestial dance of the earth and moon and sun enchanted? Unobstructed from here is the viewing. The quarter of the sun is at hand. The earth, like a globe in the void, by nothing is hanging. With our instruments we can scan the distant heavens. The handiwork of the Creator of all, in this solitude we can admire. Let us stay, the circuits observe, how the moon encircles the earth, how the earth its circuits around the sun is making. So Enki, by the sights agitated, to his son Marduk was saying. By his father's words Marduk was persuaded. In the rocket ship they made their dwelling. For one circuit of earth, for 3 circuits on the moon they remained. Its motions about the earth they measured. The duration of the month they calculated. For 6 circuits of earth, for 12 circuits about the sun, earth's year they measured. How the two were entwined, causing the luminaries to disappear, they recorded. Then to the sun's quarter they attention gave. The paths of Mumu and Lahamu they studied. With the earth and the moon, Lamu, the sun's second quarter, constituted. 6 were the celestials of the lower waters. So was Enki to Marduk explaining. 6 were the celestials of the upper waters. Beyond the bar, the hammered bracelet they were. Anshar and Kishar, Anu and Nudimud, Gaga and Nibiru. These were the 6 others. 12 were they in all. Of 12 did the sun and its family make the count. Of the upheavals most recent, Marduk of his father was inquiring, why have 7 celestials in a row places taken? So was he, his father, asking. The circuits about the sun Enki then considered. Their grand band around the sun, their progenitor, Enki carefully observed. The positions of earth and moon therein on a chart Enki marked out. By the motions of Nibiru, the sun, not a descendant, the width of the great band he outlined. The way of Anu, the king, to name it, Enki decided. In the expanse of the deep heavens, the stars did father and son observe. By their proximities and groupings was Enki fascinated. By the circuit of the heavens, from horizon to horizon, he drew images of 12 constellations. In the great band, the way of Anu, each one with the sun's family of 12 he paired. To each one he designated a station. By names they were to be called. Then in the heavens below, the way of Anu, whence Nibiru the sun is approaching, a band-like way he designed. The way of Enki, he it designated. To it 12 constellations by their shapes he also allotted. The heavens above, the way of Anu, the upper tier, the way of Enlil he called. Therein, too, the stars into 12 constellations he assembled. 36 were the stars' constellations. In the 3 ways were they located. Henceforth, when Nibiru nears and departs from earth by the stars' stations, its course shall be known. So will the earth's position, designated as around the sun it travels. The start of the cycle of the celestial time, the measure Enki to Marduk indicated. When on earth I had arrived, the station that was ending by me, the station of the fishes was named. The one that followed after my name titled, He of the Waters, I called. So Enki with satisfaction and pride to his son Marduk was saying, your wisdom the heavens embraces, your teachings my own understanding extend. But on earth and on Nibiru, knowledge and rulership are separated. So did Marduk to his father say, my son, what is it that you do not know? What is it that you are missing? To him Enki was saying, the secrets of the heavens, the secrets of the earth with you have I shared. Alas, my father, Marduk was saying, there was agony in his voice. When the Anunnaki and the Abzu, the toil ceased, and the primitive worker you set to fashion, not my mother, but Ninma, the mother of Ninurta, to assist you was summoned. Not I, but Ningishzida, of me the younger, to help you was invited. With them, not with me, your knowledge of life and death did you share. My son, Enki to Marduk responded, to you command was given of the Ajiji and Lamu to be supreme. Alas, my father, to him Marduk was saying, of supremacy by fate we are deprived. You, my father, are Anu's firstborn, yet Enlil, not you, is the legal heir. You, my father, were first to splash down and Eridu establish. Yet Eridu is in Enlil's domain. Yours is the distant Abzu. I am your firstborn. By your legitimate spouse on Nibiru was I born. Yet the gold in the city of Ninurta is assembled, their form to send or to withhold. The survival of Nibiru is in his hands. In my hands it is not. Now to earth we are returning. What will my task be? Am I to fame and kingship fated, or again to humiliated be? In silence did Enki embrace his son. On the desolate moon to him a promise made. Of that which I have been deprived, your future lot shall be. Your celestial time will come. A station, mine adjoining, yours shall be. Now this is the account of Sipar, the place of the chariots in the Edin, and how the primitive workers to the Edin were returned. For many circuits of earth, from the earth were father and son absent. On earth no plans were implemented. On Lamu the Ajiji were in turmoil. In Lil to Anu secret words conveyed. His concerns to Anu he from Nibiru beamed. Enki and Marduk to the moon have gone. For countless circuits they there are staying. Their doings a mystery are. What they are scheming is not known. Marduk the way station on Lamu has abandoned. The Ajiji are agog. By dust storms has the way station been affected. What damage there is to us is not known. The place of the chariots in the Edin must be established. Therefore, the gold directly from earth to Nibiru be carried. No way station on Lamu shall henceforth be needed. The plan of Ninurta it is. Great in these matters is his understanding. Let him the place of the chariots near Bad Tibira establish. Let Ninurta be its first commander. Anu to the words of Enlil gave much consideration. To Enlil a response he gave. Enki and Marduk to earth are returning. What about the moon they have found? Let us first to their words listen. From the moon Enki and Marduk departed. To earth they did return. Of conditions thereon they gave an account. A way station is unfeasible now. So they reported. Let the place of the chariots be built, Anu was saying. Let Marduk be its commander, Enki was saying to Anu. The task is for Ninurta set aside. Enlil with anger shouted. For the Ajiji command is no more needed. Of the tasks Marduk knowledge has. Of the gateway to heaven let Marduk be in charge. So did Enki to his father say. Anu the matter with concern contemplated. Rivalries now the sons have affected. With wisdom was Anu endowed. With wisdom were his decisions. The place of the chariot for new ways the gold to handle is designated. Let us what henceforth comes in the hands of a new generation place. Neither Enlil nor Enki, neither Ninurta nor Marduk in command shall be. Let the third generation responsibly undertake. Let Utu be the commander. Let the place of the celestial chariots be built. Let Sipar, Bird City, be its name. This was the word of Anu. Unalterable was the word of the king. In the 81st Shar was the construction started. The plans of Enlil it followed. Nibiru was in the center. A navel of the earth by Enlil it was designated. As on circles, by their place and distances, the olden cities were located. Like an arrow from the lower sea toward the mountains pointing, they were arrayed. A line on the twin peaks of Arata to the skies in the north reaching he drew. Where the pointing arrow, the Arata line intersected, the place for Sapar, the earth's place of the chariots, he marked out. To it the arrow directly led. It from Nibiru was by an equal circle precisely located. Ingenious was the plan. By its precision all were made to wonder. In the 82nd Shar was the construction of Sipar completed. To the hero Utu of Enlil the grandson, its command was given. An eagle's helmet for him was fashioned. With eagle's wings was he decorated. In the first chariot from Nibiru to Sipar directly come, Anu was traveling. To view for himself the installations he desired, to marvel at what was attained he wanted. For the occasion, the Ajiji by Marduk commanded, from Lamu to earth came down. From the landing place and from the Abzu, Anunnaki were assembled. There was backslapping and hailing, a feast and a celebration. For Anu, Inanna, Enlil's granddaughter, singing and dancing presented. With affection, Anu kissed her. Anu Nitu, Anu's beloved, he fondly called her. Before departing, Anu, the heroes and heroines assembled. A new era has begun. So was he to them, saying, supplied directly with the golden salvation forthcoming is the end of toil. Once enough gold on Nibiru for protecting is piled in storage, the toil on earth can be diminished. Heroes and heroines to Nibiru will return. Thus did Anu the king to the assembled promise. A great hope to them he did extend. A few more shars of toil, and homeward they shall be bound. With much pomp did Anu to Nibiru soar back. Gold, pure gold with him he carried. His new task, Utu with cherish performed. Ninurta of Bad Tibera commander retained. Marduk to Lamu did not return. With his father to the Abzu he did not go. Over all the lands he wished to roam, in his skyship the earth to comprehend. Of the Ajiji, some on Lamu, some on earth, Utu was the commander made. After Anu to Nibiru returned, on earth the leaders great expectations had. With renewed vigor to labor, the Anunnaki they expected. Gold quickly to amass, thereby quicker homebound to be. That, alas, was not what came to pass. In the Abzu, relief, not continued toil, was the Anunnaki's expectation. Now that the earthlings are proliferating, let them provide the labor. So were the Anunnaki and the Abzu saying. In the Edin, the tasks were greater. More abodes, more provisions were required. For primitive workers to the Abzu confined, did the Edin heroes clamor. For 40 shars was relief only to the Abzu provided. The heroes in the Edin shouted, our toil has increased beyond endurance. Let us have the workers too. While Enlil and Enki the matter were debating, Ninurta the decision into his hands took. With 50 heroes, an expedition to the Abzu he led. With weapons were they armed. In the forest and the steppes of the Abzu, the earthlings they chased. With nets they them captured. Male and female to the Edin they them brought. To do all manner of chores. In the orchards and in the cities they trained them. By the doings was Enki angered. By them was Enlil enraged. My expelling of Adamu and Tiamat you have overturned. So Enlil to Ninurta said, let the mutiny once in the Abzu occurring not in the Edin be repeated. So to Enlil Ninurta said, with the earthlings in the Edin the heroes are becalmed. A few more shars and it will no longer matter. So did Ninurta to Enlil say. Enlil was not appeased. With grumbling, let it so be, to his son he said, let the gold pile up quickly. Let us all to Nibiru soon return. In the Edin, the Anunnaki, the earthlings, with admiration observed. Intelligence they possessed. Of commands they had understanding. They took over all matters of chores. Unclothed they were the tasks performing. Males with females among them were constantly mating. Quick were their proliferations. In one shar, sometimes 4, sometimes more, were their generations. As the earthlings grew in numbers, workers the Anunnaki had. With food, the Anunnaki were not satiated. In the cities and in the orchard, in the valleys and in the hills, the earthlings for food were constantly foraging. In those days, grains had not yet been brought forth. There was no ewe. A lamb had not yet been fashioned. About these matters, Enlil to Enki angry words was saying, by your doings, confusion was created. By you let salvation be devised.